I mean, when Paul says no flesh shall glory in God's presence, I mean, we really need to understand what he's talking about, because he's talking about the law and he's talking about works, and I mean, and this is where it comes to the knowledge of the truth that makes us free from sin, because it is the law that is sin's strength. You know, the just shall live by faith, as Romans chapter 1, verse 16 and 17 says. And the righteousness of God is revealed from faith unto faith in the gospel of his Son, Jesus Christ. And as Romans 14:23 says, whatsoever is not of faith is sin. I mean, we need to understand that our righteousness isn't by our works. This is why he's saying in 1 Corinthians 6:12 and 10:23 that all things are lawful for me. In verse 12 of chapter 6, he says, but I will not be brought under the power of any. 10:23 says, all things are lawful for me, but all things don't edify me, build me up, or work together for my good. I mean, and this is what he's saying also in 2 Corinthians 13, 7 and 8, verses 7 and 8, where he says, we don't do what's right to appear righteous, for we have no power over the truth, but for the truth. I mean, it's being led by the Spirit of God are the ones born of God, not the ones working the works of the law. And it doesn't mean that we have license to sin. We've been freed from the law that we might serve God, as Paul says. I mean, we really need to see the revelation of that, because we're made new creatures in Christ Jesus, God's Son, as 2 Corinthians 5:16 through 18 describes. But people are blinded by as Paul calls Satan, the god of this world, or the prince of the power of the air, that blinds the minds of the disobedient. He tries to describe it in Philippians 3, that I might be found in him in that day, not having mine own righteousness, which is by according to the law or after the law, but that which is through the faith of Jesus Christ. Because we're God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good works, which he ordained before the world that we should walk in them. We got to understand it's not after Christ comes, it's now.